SL6. Hey, it's Rob from Wheelworks Bike Shop in Dublin. You're about to walk into somebody. How are you getting on? Got to do an unboxing. So it's bits of rain. The first rain we've had in Ireland for must be like 4 or 5 weeks. We've had a drought in Dublin, if you can believe that. An actual drought. They're telling us not to drink water, and I guess it's Guinness, they're telling us not to drink water. Anyway, unboxing with the Domane. This is an SL. It's an SL6. So the Domane is Trek's endurance model, and the SL is the mid-range. So the AL is the entry-level aluminium, the SL is carbon in the mid-range, and then there's an SLR, which would be the lightest racing carbon. This is the SL6. It's the new Shimano 105 Di2, 12-speed Di2, which is quite cool looking. It's like they're trying to make it look like Dura Ace with black cranks and black derailleur. It looks really good on this bike with the black frame. The original Domane, the last generation Domane, had what's called an ISO-speed decoupler, which is like a shock absorber built into the frame, and it had two of them. It had one at the front, at the head tube, and it had one at the back. The current model only has it at the back, so you've got an ISO-speed decoupler here, so the seat mast, the seat post is mounted on a bearing system, so it's got a certain amount of flex built into it, so it's more comfortable. It doesn't have it on the front. They reckon that the bigger volume tyres we're seeing on the newer bikes is adding enough comfort that you don't need to have the ISO speeds front and rear, so you've got enough comfort now from the 32mm tyre. So they come with 32mm tyres as standard, and they can go up to 35mm. You can also fit gravel tyres. They're a real, what I'd call an all-road bike. You've got internal frame storage. So you've got a panel here in the frame, so your mini tool mounts in the door and your tool wrap lives in the frame. Your tool wrap will hold your CO2 nozzle, your tyre levers, and your tube goes in there. You roll it up, stick it back in the frame. The new Shimano Di2 is, I think what it's being sort of known as in the media is wireless. So there's no wires from the front of the bike to the back. It's a wireless system from there, but the rear derailleurs are wired together, and the battery lives in the frame in here. Don't know if you can see that in there. So the door is cool because you get to see what the inside of your frame is like. Door goes on there. Throttle cages mount in the usual places, one on the door, one on the frame. You've also got mount points on the top tube here if you want to put on a food bag, and you've got throttle cage mounts underneath the frame as well. They run a sort of a regular seat post. The original Domane, or the last generation Domane, had a seat mast which sat over the frame. The new one has a D-shaped seat post. The D shape is flat on the back, and it's to allow the seat post to flex. So between the ISO speed and the flex of the seat post, it adds a lot of comfort. These bits and pieces. This model comes with the Paradigm wheels, which is the aluminium tubeless ready wheel set from Treasure. Long cage rear derailleur, so you've got a really wide ratio on the set. Full carbon frame, carbon fork. Cable routing is nice and neat at the front. It goes your stem has a little cover here, so your cables will sit up inside the stem cover like that, so very, very neat, and then down into the frame. So it's a very neat way of running the cables without them being fully internal, which causes problems then from a servicing and maintenance point of view. That's mostly it. So it's the Trek Domane SL6 with 105 Di2. It's the 2023 model, the new Gen 4. We'll get it in the workshop, we'll get it built, and I'll get some photos of it later on, maybe when it stops raining. That's the first video we've done in the rain.
I think so, yeah.
Considering we're in Ireland, we've been doing these for a couple of years. The first time we got caught with the rain.